Terrific. How are you guys?
Pretty good. How about you?
Very well, thank you. What positions do we play?
Both defense.
Yeah.
Both defense. So both really smart.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, over the years, I played with a number of guys from all around you. Obviously, I coached Morgan Say from Wilkie, but I also played with Lindsey Carson from North Battleford with the Flyers. Brad McCrimmon might have been from Plenty.
Yeah, he was.
So played with a lot of guys from the area.
That's pretty cool.
And I did a little research on Unity, too. I know exactly where you are now.
Google Maps, right?
Right at 21 and 14.
Yeah. So I guess you guys have some questions prepared, but Alex, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll go right ahead.
Perfect.
We're just going to start with the World Junior Tournament here. What does the World Junior Tournament mean for a scout and your organization?
Well, this is a little bit unusual in that there are some players that will be playing in it that haven't been drafted. But there's two different phases here, because even if a player has been drafted by another organization, it's a chance to see him play at the highest level in his age group. And you have pre-tournaments that all build up to these. So you'll have, U15 and U16 and U17 tournaments. But it seems to culminate in this when you're putting 3 years together, 18, 19, and 20, of the best players in the world, and it's a chance to see them perform against each other. And where it matters for our scouts, and we'll probably have, I'm going to say 5 or 6 people from our organization there. And so it lets us continue to build a data bank on a player. And so take a player who's been drafted by another team, and he goes and has a terrific World Junior Tournament, and a year from now he might be available in a trade, or he may come up in discussions between the teams. It just lets you build your data bank of seeing a player perform on the biggest stage at his age group.
Okay, thanks.
What age do you start looking at the players?
Far too young. I coached in college for 10 years. I coached at the University of Notre Dame. And in that market, we really started, you knew who the best 14-year-olds were. You knew who the best 13-year-olds were, which is a little scary, actually. But a buzz goes out about a player. You guys know, you play, so you know players from other towns. You'll hear names. Even at Pee Wee, you'll hear names, so-and-so from whatever town. But the real scouting probably starts for NHL data banks probably at the age of 15 or 16. And then you'll build, we all use a very sophisticated scouting system. The majority of teams use a service called RinkNet. And it's a customized service for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it's built for our scouts. And so when they scout a player, they may see a 16-year-old play in Humboldt, and they'll put a report in on him, and then they'll synchronize their computer, and I'll go online the next morning and read it. So all of the scouts for the Toronto Maple Leafs come in through me, the pros and the amateurs, and the Europeans. And so they'll watch a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old play, and they'll put an early report in, and then they'll designate his age. And so if it's a 16-year-old, it's a UUA. It's a 2-year underage for the draft.
So you're pretty much filtering any scouting that's being done?
Speak up a little bit.
So you're pretty much filtering any scouting that's being done?
Yeah, it all comes in through here. And then as it grows, so now draft-eligible players, I can go back and I can see, somebody may have turned a report on them when they saw them in a midget tournament, and then you build up and you watch the development, and there's different categories that we rank, and they're exclusive to each team. So we choose to rank a certain number of categories. We choose to rank, 6 categories, and then we give them a game rating. And everybody's style is a little bit different around the league. And then we filter through and we read them. But my head amateur scout really runs the amateur side of it for me.